And we're back. We're back. Hello, everyone. It's wartime. As you can see, there is a brand spanking new Town Hall 11 in my village. Kind of with the 1 gen boost, I rushed through as much of Town Hall 10 as I could, really just to get the Warden started. And I want level 3 witches as well. I want it all. I want it all now. So I managed to max 2 expos, both my Infernos. This one's max, this one is max in 3 days. Got my Eagle building. So yeah, other than that, still Town Hall 9 defense. Got my 3rd expo up to level 3. And I'm just building my Wiz Tower as well. So I'll build all the new defences, probably won't upgrade those until I level up the rest of my Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10 defences. But yeah, Town Hall 11, so it's quite good fun so far. Warden level 2 is pretty rubbish. Anyway, enough about me. Let's have a look at this war we've just had, because it was a real fun one. Against a level 8 clan, Os Renegades, and see what they did to us. Cleaned up low down, but struggled on our higher 9s and our 10s and 11. We 2-starred their 10s, only to the top 9s, but 3'd everything else. So a really good performance and some great performances by some individuals. So let's have a look. In terms of 6-star wars, we actually had a 12-star war. As you can see by the banner, TC is an MVP. So she got a 12-star war. She got 6 stars on her TC account and 6 stars on her Fury account. You can't ask for more than that. I also got a 6-star war with my mini, Little Scrappy, and Captain got a 6-star war as well. So as always, we'll show one from each of those attackers, and then hopefully you'll have time to get a couple of other attacks in as well. So let's speed along. I'm going to show, although it's a 2-star, I'm going to show Worf's attack on their number 1 first of all. I think Worf has a rough time of it because he's very consistent, comes in and 2-stars the top 10s, but because they're 2-stars, don't really show them very often. But I'm going to show this one. It's a resource ring base. I attacked it after this and didn't get as high percentages in, but you can see what he's doing. He's putting 2 golems in to break this resource ring, and then the heroes and another golem in the core, so they will path straight into the center. Bases like this are designed that if you put your golems in, they will just go in a ring around the base away from the town hall, meaning you only get the 1-star. But Worf has nicely broken that ring just with 1 golem on each side. I went much heavier with the golems, but this worked out better. Nice use of freeze there. Everything's in the core. Ignores the CC Lava Hound, and has already destroyed the town hall. And is, there you go, 2nd star is on the board. So we'll fast forward it now because the attack will die out. But golems actually break right through the base. So really nice job. Always consistent. Always brings the 2-star attacks on the max bases. So I thought it was worth showing one of his attacks. So we'll just fast forward it to the end. Actually, we'll quit it because it's just the golems that are going to die. But good job, Worf. Let's have a look further down to TC's attack. So she 3-starred 8 and she 3-starred 9. Very similar attacks. Both shattered surgical go wee wees. I'm going to show the one on 9 because it was slightly different. I think slightly better attack. So fairly max Tunnel 9 comes in from the north with shattered golem and a load of whiz behind to create the funnel. Wall breakers in to open things up. There's actually a compartment open here, which is a bit strange. CC triggers, and it is drags and loons. So instead of bringing a poison this time, she goes old school and just decides to throw a rage down to take care of the CC and speed everything through. Obviously with a hog attack, as well as killing the queen, which I think she's already done. She's trying to trigger some DGBs, and I think this was a clean up attack, not sure. but you'll see in the core there 2 go off. In the meantime, in come the hogs, surgical deployment. All of the defences are pretty much around the outside. So just sprinkles the hogs in and heals as they get towards the core. Heals as those Teslas and the Expo give some attention. Now this second heal, if you look at the hogs here, pre-triggers 1 bomb, rage to speed them across, and triggers the second bomb. So really nice. I think that was intentional. We're going to say it was. So second DGB set, she nullifies by coming at it at the right angle to set them 1 off at a time. In the meantime, Witches and Queen, Max Queen, are doing cleanup with Sprinkle around the outside. Textbook attack, nothing wrong with that at all. Use the kill squad to kill the Queen, trigger the DGB, rage for the CC, surgical hogs, and path the hogs over those double giant bombs to trigger them 1 at a time. Really, really nice attack. No one's going to listen to her anymore saying that she's still learning or not very good or any of that nonsense. She is a solid attacker and absolutely smashed at this war on both accounts. So that was TC. Let's have a look down at Fury, who did a Penta-Loon. And let me just pause it before we look at this attack. So when you're on fire, you're really on fire. She goes in with a Penta-Loon and she fails to trigger the CC. As you'll see, 2 Teslas pop and the hog doesn't get the CC trigger. So then she, instead of trying to trigger the CC another way, just starts the attack, doesn't worry about the Queen. CC triggers and is a dragon, doesn't worry about that, forgets her poisons, and still gets the 3-star. Let's have a look. This is sort of attack that I would get 1 or no stars on. So there comes the hog to try and trigger the CC. That goes wrong because the Tesla's trigger has a little think about what to do and decides to throw the 4 hounds into those 2 ADs and a line of loons around. Out comes the CC dragon. At this point, we all kind of thought, well, it's over. Surely the dragon and the Queen are going to destroy the loons and the hounds. But have a look what happens. One of the hounds pops, and 2 of the hounds pop, and the pups are under rage. Now that gives you a chance. The Queen goes down pretty quickly, and then the pups are all on the drag. Drag is down. Final hound to make the Penta comes in from this side. Back end loons are a rage to get them onto this last AD. So really good. I kind of thought CC Law's gone wrong. She's panicked and just thrown everything in. But I don't think that's fair. There was a plan for this back end AD. And, by luck, crook, however it was, Drag and the Queen got killed. Totally forgot about our poisons. Could have thrown them on the Drag and the Queen when they were down here and killed them quicker. But either showing off or forgot, didn't need them. And yeah, really nice Penta-Loon. Not really sure what you can say because the Queen was left alive, the CC wasn't dealt with, but when you're having a good war, you're having a good war. The base got smashed. So really nice. Fury's other attack was a hog attack. I just want to show this one because to show she's not a 1-trick pony. Can 3-star with air, can 3-star with hogs. No more talk of still learning or any of that rubbish. We'll come down, we'll look at one of mine. So I did a Penta-Loon and a Gola-Loon. We'll have a look at the Penta just to show how it should be done. So this is actually Chuck got, I should mention Chuck got 100% and 99%, so very nearly a 6-star war for him on his mini as well. And this he Penta-Looned, so I more or less just copied this attack, and all I did differently was came in a bit harder from the north because he's actually got quad Teslas here, and Chuck on his attack left 1 Tesla up, which was the only thing left standing at the end, I think. So trigger the CC with a hog from southeast. Dragoon, useless CC, just double poison. Takes a bit of time. I'll fast forward it through that. Now look how exposed the Queen is on this base, so perfect for Penta-Loon. I can just drop the King, and the King is going to swap with the Queen, rage him up, He goes round and kills the queen. From there, perfect base to Penta-Loon. Both the sweepers here point to the south, so come in from the north. Drop the loons first, just to, because nothing's going to be hitting them, just to let them get a head start. And then in with 4 hounds. Like I said, slightly heavier with the loon deployment from the north and Chuck. 2 rage down. And then come into this western CC with the final hound and a few more loons down here at the bottom. Rage in the core to deal with those Teslas and Expos. And 1 rage left, which I am going to put down somewhere. Okay, over that last AD, just because it didn't have a hound to back it. So at this point, Pups are doing clean up. Drop the queen in this corner. Not sure whether that was right or wrong. I didn't actually see these defences in the east that are still up. But I've got 1 hound up tanking. That's about to go down. And 4 loons left clumped up with a whiz tower. Could be tricky. They don't have much health left, and the whiz tower starts beating on them. And I think, this arch tower is going to be the 1 defense left standing. Not quite enough juice to take that down as well. So we'll fast forward now, because it's really a showdown between the queen, the arch tower and the king. So I've still got the queen's ability, holding on to that at this stage, because I'll need it when she comes round to face the king and the arch tower. These pups are going to get cleaned up by the arch tower before the queen can get there. So queen's under attack now. Pups doing work on the king, which is good. So queen losing health pretty quick. Pop her ability there. Really the only thing that can stop her now is the king, and he doesn't have too much health. And he's distracted by the archers and goes down pretty quick. This actually came down to the last seconds. I thought it might be another 99 like Chuck, but no, get the final build hut. And there we go, Penta-Loon 3-star. So let's have a look at Captain, who also had a 6-star war. We'll have a look at this one on the bottom base, which was a 10-5 Dragoon Zap Quake. So 10-5 being 10 dragons, 5 loons, and a Zap Quake. So drops a drag and his king in the south to clean up some of these, start working on some of these buildings while he Zap Quakes correctly the single AD on its own. And now he's obviously going to attack into these 2 remaining ADs. The king is now creating part of the funnel on the left hand side. That single drag has created the funnel on the right hand side. So textbook stuff can now drop the rest of his drags. And loons behind, and they're all going to funnel in towards his last AD. Puts the haste down for both the loons and the drags to speed them through, and rage over the final remaining AD. And that's it. That's a very powerful attack. Now at Town Hall 8. Loon's still up. Base is done at this point. There's not really anything that can stop him now with all ADs gone. And a swarm of drags and loons still up. So we'll forward it a bit. But yeah, a very nice attack. 6-star war. I miss doing drag loons. I miss kind of being a Town Hall 8. It makes me want to have a Town Hall 8 account again. But I've got an 11 and a 9, so I can't be too picky, I guess. But yeah, really nice job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his 10 dragons left. Not a bad return. Yeah, really nicely done. So I'm going to show just quickly. I wouldn't normally show a defense. I wouldn't show anyone else's base, but I will show my own. And let's face it, no one watches these videos apart from us guys anyway. So, so my new Town Hall 11 defended 3 times, no stars, which is nice. I just want to show this one because it's quite funny. He actually attacks the base in the correct way, in the way that normally gets 2 stars. So coming in from the north, but obviously he's not accounted for my eagle. So Quakes to open things up. We'll just fast forward it a bit. We don't need to watch it in real time. But comes in from the north, and there we go. Eagle opens up, absolutely destroys his wizards. Comes down onto the golems. Got a big pack of whiz there and witches, and the eagle's still on the golems, but infernos, expos taking out, freezes the inferno and expo, but eagle's still smashing them. And yeah, at this point it is done on the P.E.K.K.A. And then even these two little archers, poor little archers at the end, are getting targeted, and all that's going to be left is a crater where they once were. So no, you're not going to get the percentage. Not these anywhere close. But yeah, there we go. There's been a lot of people that sort of saying Eagle Artillery doesn't really do much. Got to think about it. It's tough, and if you can place it away from kind of your Royals and your Infernos, it makes Town Hall 11 quite a challenge. So yeah, pleased how it's gone so far. Glad I bought it. God knows what it's done for my war weight. But there we go. That is it, guys. Really fun war, this one. Everyone performed well. Lots of good attacks that, again, as always, I didn't have time to show. But yeah, there we go. So come back next time and we'll have another one. See you then.